I'm a project leader of several projects here at armoedebestrijding, which means poverty issues. I do the things that have more to do with informing people, educating people, and they've already seen and measured it that actually the changing the built environment is most important, has the biggest effect, but we also know that people will sometimes change their behavior in a bad way because they think, oh, I have a good well isolated house, so now it doesn't matter if I turn up the heat. So they will turn up the heat, which is interesting. So they still have to pay a lot of the money to their energy bills. And if you have higher income, then people tend not to care that much about a higher energy bill. So I thought it was a very straightforward topic, but not so much. You would say isolate all the buildings and then the energy poverty will lower, and sometimes it's just because people have a very low income. So then, of course, your energy bill, even if it's quite low, because it is found that people in Amsterdam, we have, especially older buildings that are very badly insulated. Ones that I'm living in one. It's from 1667, and it's just one stone wall, and it's just one glass pane, not double glassed. And then we tend to be smart and pull on a sweater instead of turning up the heat. Yeah, so you have all those models with which you can try and calculate your energy gain, and there's so many factors involved. It's incredible. We have so many different departments in Amsterdam. We'll have different ways of approaching the team. So I'm approaching it from the idea that people, it's a poverty problem, and energy is part of the poverty because you have energy bills, and we have influence on the energy bills, and that's why we're going to do something about it. But the Department of Sustainability will see it as like reduction of emission, and so every department comes at it from a different viewpoint. We have many different fundings and subsidies and rules and things that people can ask and can get from the government, but then they have to fill out a lot of paperwork, and it's a beautiful building, but it's complex because it has many doors. So I would try to make it simpler, try to get more money to people who have poverty issues, and then try to find information about how these people, what different problems are underlying poverty, what is the reason for poverty, and what is what we can do. So for example, if people can't pay their bill of 50 euros, then if you can't pay them for like 1 month, 2 months, you get like a 200 euro bill on top of that because you can't pay your 50 euro bill, which is ridiculous. And then it spirals out of control, and you already know that people can't pay that bill. So why do you put 200 on top of that? So these systems I would look at. And then energy poverty would be included in that. But I think poverty, would be the first thing to start with. Why are people poor? Because that is so fundamental also in how people think and how much energy and scope they have for considering other things, like, for example, sustainability. If you're surviving because you don't have money, you're not thinking about recycling, because that's like your pyramid of Maslow. That's not really an issue for you day to day. You need to get enough money to get food on the table. You're not thinking about the world or emissions and stuff like that.